Hi, my name is Jodi. Today I'm going to do a tips and tidbits training. The way I do my tips and tidbits, for those of you who haven't been on before, it's very fast paced. This is not a Q&A about things. This is more just me going through a list and letting you know how to do certain things. It might just be a tip that you already know. A lot of the agents who've been here for a while, most of these tips and tidbits you probably already know. I'm hoping that maybe you gain one thing from this and learn something, but it's just very fast paced. Like I said, it is not a Q&A. It's just for me to go through this list and give you some ideas. So you might have that light bulb moment and say, oh, I didn't know how to do that. So I'm hoping that it helps you. At the end, I will see if I can answer some questions, but again, it's not a Q&A. Okay. All right. Oh, my husband just brought me food and I'm training.
Sorry.
Okay. Thanks, son. All right. So the first thing I'm going to go over is Google Explore, which I found through I think a Q&A somebody taught, I want to say on one of my Q&As. But what I love about this is a lot of agents ask, well, where can I fly nonstop from my airport, like for clients? So what you want to do is you actually want to put in, just say Philadelphia. I want to look, just say I want to look at certain dates. So I want to look at June 11th to the 16th, done. And then I'm going to hit explore. Okay, and you go to stops. You can go to nonstop. And then you can look at this calendar, at this here, and you can see, okay, Montego Bay, Cancun, Aruba, Bermuda. So if you want to do an island, it can go anywhere. So you can figure out where you can fly nonstop to. So that way, if you're doing a mock booking, sometimes it's good to actually look to say, okay, I'll do a mock booking for Cancun because it's pretty cheap, or Montego Bay. So you can put in the dates and you can use Google Explore. Okay, the Waves program. Now, I don't remember how you have to join this. I think they just changed it some, but when you are in VAX, any bookings you do in VAX, I'm in the wrong thing. Shouldn't be in VAX. Waves Agents. I think it's wavesagents.com still, if I am correct, because I know they updated their program a little bit, but anytime you book in VAX, you don't have to do anything for this. You just automatically get points. So if I look at my dashboard, I can actually click on, I do travel impressions, FunJet. So I can do FunJet and see how much I have. So right now I have pending points of 24,916. These points are from FunJet, from anywhere that you book an Apple Leisure group. So any of these that you book, you get points. So for me, what I do is I wait till the holidays and I actually cash in my points. And how you cash it in is you go to spend points. It'll give you a virtual Visa card. Once you have your virtual Visa card, it gives you the number there and you can actually spend the points. Nobody steal my number, I'm recording this. You can actually spend the points. How to redeem. No, not that. Spend points right there. At any of these retailers. So you can look at any retailers that you have and you can use your points there. Okay. So right now I have $20 left. I could use it at Amazon or anywhere. Okay. So that's a huge thing that a lot of people don't know about. So there are a bunch of agent rewards. A couple of them that I really like are La Colección and Couples. And I'll tell you why. So if you book any Grand Fiesta, Fiesta Americana, Live Aqua, I book a lot of Live Aqua Punta Cana, not a lot. I book Live Aqua Punta Cana. If you book any of them and you join La Colección and you enter it into your rewards, you can earn not only cash back up front before they travel, you can also earn points for free stays or free stays. So let me show you. So my free nights benefit, I just used 2 free nights at Live Aqua Punta Cana from this, and I used 2 free nights from a certification that I did, but now I have 2 more free nights. And it does not need to be just used at this resort. Even though it says that you have it at these resorts, you can use it at any of these resorts. But what I want to show you, let's see, is these bookings. So right here, these were for 6 nights or longer. So I made $100 from a check they sent to me, not to Archer, it sends to me. I made $100 on each of these. I made 50 on each of these. And okay, I guess I'm not making, I did it through RoomRes, so I guess I'm not making it through there, but I made it through FunJet, $50 on each of these. So you get money up front. For couples resorts, and if you don't know where to go, always Google for travel agents, you know, a rewards program. If you book something and you're not sure if they have a rewards program, search it. So for couples, you get money up front as well. So I have 2 pending bookings right here, and I will be getting $50 cash on each of those. And then you get, where are my nights? Oh, and I have 1 room night available. So when you get to 7 nights, you get a room night free. And I believe that, like, just say you have 2 5-night bookings, you would get 1 room night, because it's not 5 nights, that it's 5 nights plus 5 nights. So you add up your nights and you get your booking. So I have a couple more. I'll probably get another room night free. Okay. For Craigslist, people ask like where they can post about being a travel agent. You know, I do most of my mock bookings on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, sometimes Twitter, sometimes TikTok. But also you have services in Craigslist that you can do for free. So you can find your local area. You can go to travel vacation. You can put an ad in there about that. And that's another way that you can promote yourself for free. For tickets on your, when you are doing tickets in FunJet, and my middle name's Allison, so it's, or actually my middle initial is on my passport, so it's Jodi A. Boriski. When you book something and you look on the actual flight or their booking ticket or anything, it will say Jodi A together, J-O-D-I-A. People freak out about that. Clients freak out about that. Tell them that is completely normal, that it could be also the last name, just say is Wariski space Jr. It would say Wariski Jr. altogether. That's completely normal. You don't have to worry about it. Tell your clients they don't have to worry about it. There'll be no issues. Passports need to be valid most times for 6 months after travel. I know when people first start, you don't know that. You can always go to travel.state.gov and see where you're going to and see what the passport requirements are. I know Mexico, it needs to be valid during stay. I believe Dominican Republic just changed to that. So what I will say is if it's a place that, you know, where they're going, like just say to Europe, I will say it must be valid for 6 months post travel. So you have to make sure, because they will not be allowed to get on that plane to go if it is not. Another thing I do is I double check client seats. So prior to travel, I will always go and I will take in VAX. It shows you the airline confirmation code, or wherever you're booking, it shows the airline confirmation code. I will always go into either American or United or whatever it might be to manage flights. I will put in that code and the client's last name. I want to make sure their seats didn't change. I just booked something for my brother-in-law, who's a tough client. And I noticed that his seat changed to right next to the bathroom. Oh, no, he wasn't going to put up with that. So luckily I found it before he got on the flight and I changed the seat. So you can change it if seats are available for free, as long as the free seats are available. If I ever find out that there's a change of flight number, so a lot of times we'll get an email that the flight times have changed or the flight number has changed. If I ever see that that flight number has changed, that means most of the times they would have changed the seats. So I'll jump on there too. 2 weeks before they travel, I also always jump on to make sure that their TSA number, their loyalty number, anything was moved over from where I booked it. So get used to jumping on those airlines, going with the airline confirmation code and the client's last name to manage any flights. Viator. So the commission tracking form for Viator, there are two different numbers for Viator. There's a client itinerary number and there is a booking reference number, BR dash, and then the number. To use for the commission tracking form, you only want the numbers after BR dash. So don't put BR dash, just put whatever numbers are after that dash. So let me just show you one. Oops, one travel agent. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, yeah, I guess that is what I wanted. Okay, so you can always go in here and you can go to manage account. You can go to manage bookings. And then, so basically what I'm saying is use this number, just that for your commission tracking form. I used this number and it was not paid. So once I finally found out from Evo Commissions that this is what you need to use. Okay. All right, AM Rewards Master Agents, one of my favorite certifications because I love the loyalty program here. I just stayed 5 free nights in a 5-star in Mexico in September. You can earn points when you put your bookings in, but you have to remember, like, so May 1st of this year, I have on my calendar that I need to update my certification. They will not let you know. So you have to make sure within a year, every year, you have to update your certification. So when you go in here, I'm not going over the certification part, but I'm just showing you. So I've redeemed 50,000 points. I got my husband and I 5-night stay plus spa certificates, and I'm now at 30,420. So you can go in here, you go to submit booking. I'm going to show you my account summary, and then it shows what's not yet traveled, pending validation, etc. Points earned. So this is great to use because you can get some great places. They do Secrets, Dreams, Sunscape, Zoetry is AM Rewards. Okay, Spoiled Agent. If you guys are not in Spoiled Agent, join it. So Spoiled Agent does a lot of webinars, which you can win stuff on the webinars, but they also have these agent rates. So I'm going to Jamaica on Saturday, and there were 4 of us. So I knew that I needed 2 rooms, but a lot of hotels will not offer you 2 rooms for travel agent rates. I do know La Colección will, but so I went on and I did Playa, which is, you save up to 35% off. I'm saying it's a Jewel Grand, which I've stayed at before years ago, 2-bedroom, butler ocean view room with the agent rates. So you can go on here. So make sure you're in spoiledagent.com. All-inclusive tips, all-inclusive. So let me go into, actually, I'm going to show you what I do here. So I use Travify, which is a way to do your itineraries, your quotes, your credit card authorization form. It's a CRM. TravelJoy is the same thing. A lot of people use TravelJoy, a lot use Travify. I just personally love Travify, and I want to go and show you. So I just made this last week, and it's a work in progress, I'm sure. But what I do is I put these all-inclusive resort pointers for my clients now. I should have done this a lot earlier. So I said, make a copy of your passports. It's always good to have a copy in case something happens to the actual passport. Print out any documents, notify your credit card companies you'll be traveling out of the country. Check with your mobile phone company because sometimes there is a charge. If there's going to be a charge, they would have to put it on airplane mode, but you're at least telling them, check with your mobile phone company. Tell them about dress codes. here are some ideas as far as tipping. In fact, this person that I sent this to just emailed me yesterday and said, do you have any thoughts on tipping? She's leaving on Saturday. And I was like, yep. And so I responded to her by sending this again and saying it's in your information and documents tab. Tell them to bring a Yeti. That's a great little tip. Use the safe. Rooms are generally not ready, so you can pack a swimsuit. By putting this all there for your client, it makes it a lot easier than telling them things one by one. The other thing is timeshares. Tell them you're a travel agent and they'll leave you alone. And this is a big one. I didn't know how to word this. I know that some agents will tell right out front that, you know what, you're going to possibly have sargassum, or it's the season for it. So I decided to put it here. That way, if it is there when they get to their resort, they can't blame me. But it also doesn't mean that they will have it at their resort. So I just put it there. I do have, I'll put this in the chat. I have links, and this is on there. Just copy this. Okay, so you can, it's on there, so you can see it there. Private transfers. So, you know, when I price out somebody's quote, I will almost always try and get private transfers. I will just put it in with their quote because they would be so much happier than doing a shared transfer where you can wait possibly up to 25 minutes at the airport for other people. And then I think Amstar does it where they won't do more than 3 stops. So I always price private transfers. I will show you actually how you can do it. So when you go to features, and even a lot of AM resorts will give complimentary nonstop to their resort, which is great, but you still might be waiting for people at the airport. So it's up to you how you want to do it. I always look to see costs. I have to say I'm sending somebody to Turks and Caicos, and I got her share transfers because private was just astronomical. So I guess I can't do it here. No. Let me do it this way. I would normally add travel protection, but I'm just showing you about features here. I hate how long backs takes. Come on, let's do this. Am I gonna? Okay. Okay, so we're not there yet. Give me a second. Okay, so what I do here, so I'm going to go to features because they have this included.
Jodi, you're not sharing your screen.
Oh, thank you. Good, at least you didn't see that boring part. Okay, so this one, normally what you can do is it says edit or remove, and I would hit edit. But since this one is included, I'm going to hit features. So this was not a good one to show you, it was secrets, but so here you go, private transportation upgrade. So I'm going to change it to that. Normally what it would say, I think it's worth the $80, especially in Cancun. So I don't even tell my clients, I just actually will just say, and private transfers. And that's what I do. So always try and do that if you can. I went over Travify a little bit. It is and actually on Horizon, under Horizon's website, under Beyond the Basics, I have a how to do a Google Doc quote and how to do a Travify quote. I am huge into Travify, guys. And one of the reasons is, here, I'll show you. I love putting it moves over, so I can just send it from Vax over to here, and it uploads, not all this stuff, but it uploads the flights and the hotel and everything. The ground transportation I have to add in. But what I do is I do optional tours. So this said optional tour. I do it with Viator, where they have at the very bottom of the Viator, if you pull up something like Love Buggy Island, it will show, let me show you this. So what I did is I went down here, and I have this on my trainings for Travify, and I copy this and I put it into Travify, and it came up. So I put this as an optional tour. They ended up booking it. So $458, I'm going to make $45. Well, no, Archer will make $45.80 on this. I think it's 10% with Viator, and I will make the 80% of that. So just by doing that, I just paid for my Travify for the month because I put optional tours here. So I still have some more, and if they decide they want that, I also give them my link for Viator on here. So if they want to book themselves. So right here, it says if you want to book yourself. So I have a lot of people who book while they're on vacation as well. It is a cost though, just so you know. Networking groups, guys, if you need to get yourself out there, you need, mock bookings, I'm big into mock bookings and consistency and all of that, but get yourself in some networking groups. Today, actually in about an hour and a half, I'm going to be going to a networking group. I have to pay $2 for a raffle because I give money back at the end of the year to a charity, and I have to pay for my lunch. It's at a pizza place. But I just booked somebody through that who would never have known me otherwise. I just booked her to Live Aqua Punta Cana on Sunday. So, you get your name out there. It can be very casual. A lot of people ask me about BNI, if I think it's worth it. And I think, yes, 100%. BNI is a networking group that is very expensive. It can be up to $700 for your first year. The second year is cheaper because you don't have to pay your initial fee. And if you think about it, it's a return on investment. This is a business that we're doing. So if you go to BNI, you have to commit to going every week. It's either a breakfast or a lunch usually. You pay for your breakfast or your lunch in addition to BNI's dues. But with BNI, you have to give referrals. So that you're going to get a lot of plumbers, a lot of electricians, things like that. But travel is a really good thing to sell because they also have to give referrals too. So they're going to give you referrals. If you can just say it's $700 to join the first year. If you get 2 clients in a year because of this, that pays for itself. You will guaranteed get more than 2 clients. Look into expos, like wedding expos, things like that. So, but definitely look into networking groups. You can find them on LinkedIn sometimes. You can find them on Facebook. You can look at, oh gosh, what is it? Eventbrite has some. If you look there, but get yourself into a networking group. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be a virtual one you might find, but get your face out there, get that personal connection with other people. The one I'm in today, I think there's about 20 other people. So I have 19 or 20 other people recommending me on Facebook now, booking with me, things like that. So definitely get into the networking. All right. Complimentary amenity. So a lot of you know that I will contact hotels for a complimentary amenity. I don't buy any amenities for my clients at hotels. I don't buy them on a cruise. I don't buy them anywhere because I think they are super expensive. I will always reach out to a resort or a hotel and say, would you give a complimentary amenity on my behalf with a note for me? And I say, I find that most people who have that little extra touch will either rebook or will write a positive review on TripAdvisor. And I would say probably 8 out of 10 times I get a yes. I don't always follow through, so I don't know if they actually do it, but I do have a lot of clients. Like I just had a client at Fairmont in Mayakoba, and Fairmont Mayakoba, and she wrote to me, "Oh my God, the chocolate covered strawberries were amazing. Thanks so much." So it's those little touches that really mean a lot. If I can't get them to do, and I send it to the sales department, usually that's where I do it. I like to email rather than call because I like it in writing. And then if I ask them if they could do a note for me, and it might just say something like, so-and-so and so-and-so, I hope you have a wonderful vacation. Enjoy, Jodi, JZW Travel. And that's it. Very short and simple. If they cannot do a amenity, I find a lot of times that, like, if you purchase something, and a lot of times they'll come back to me and say, "Here's our list." And I write back, "Oh, I'm sorry. I really was looking into a complimentary amenity." And when they say, "Well, what do you want us to send?" I say, "Anything I would appreciate." I don't tell them what I want. I just am appreciative of anything they'll send. But a lot of times if you want to send a bottle of wine, it can be up to $60. So I also have this on my links. I actually joined during COVID, wine.com, because we're wine drinkers. And I paid, I think, $50 or something a month, or I'm sorry, a year for their stewardship, which allows you to have free shipping. So I'm doing that personally. I get the wine personally for us and I get free shipping. However, I started realizing that if my client couldn't get an amenity on the at the resort or on a ship or something, I will send them, after they come back, a bottle of wine in a bag, and it costs me $18. So that's a lot cheaper than doing $60 at the resort. So that's what I like to do. I gave a wine.com referral link if you want to use it. You don't have to use it. It's just something I do. And it's just that, like, I just had actually somebody get engaged last year. As soon as they came home, I sent them a bottle of wine congratulating them. Do I know if these people drink? Everyone drinks? No, I don't. But most of the people who go to the all-inclusives usually do, because that's why they like the all-inclusives. Facebook groups. Here are a few Facebook groups that I highly recommend joining. Do not join as Evolution. Join as yourself, your business name, not as Evolution. So a lot of people already know this. The Resorts of the Riviera Maya, amazing, amazing resources here. The only thing you have to know is that if you join and ask a question, you have to search for that question before asking it. Lori Gold is the admin of this. She will deny your question if it's already been asked before. But this is a great resource that if you want to know about a specific resort or anything like that, she actually highlighted for each day a different resort this past year. And so you can get so much information. It's a great resource. There's also travel agents selling the Dominican Republic. Oh, there's travel agents selling AM resorts. There's so many. There's Virgin Voyages. I thought there was travel agents selling the Caribbean, but the other one I wanted to show you was, okay, Friendly Destination Wedding TAs. This is another one. I just found out through Resorts of Riviera Maya. If you ever want to work on destination weddings, this is a great one to join as well. Okay, so this is just my tips and tidbits. Some of the things are just common sense, but write a list every day. Every day you should have a list of what to do. So for me, at the end of every day, I will not close my computer until I write my list of what I'm doing the next day. On the very top of my list, it says 1, 2, 3. That means post my mocks or my team building in the morning, in the afternoon, at night. 1, 2, 3. So I make sure that I do it 3 times a day. When I was doing it, I'm not doing it right now. So like mine says LinkedIn ad. So I know to do a new LinkedIn ad, what I need to respond to, what confirmations even though I have my Google Calendar, it is so good to do a list, and I actually prioritize. I'll put, like, once I write everything down, I put 1 through whatever. It makes me get through the day easier because I see what I need to do. Even though I have all of that on my Google Calendar, I like to write a list. take advantage of TripAdvisor, guys. For me, I look at TripAdvisor for photos, management photos that I will use sorry, looking at this. I'll use management photos for resorts. So I just did Hyatt. So what I do here is I click on the photo.
You're not screen sharing.
Oh man, this is such a difficult job I have. Okay. All right, so you click on, let me go back. All right, click on the photo, go to management, and then you can use any of these photos. But the reason I love TripAdvisor is I will never send anybody, unless they request it, to a hotel that's 4.0 or less. I always make sure it's a 4.5, and then I just go and look at the latest reviews. So just if there are some horrible reviews lately, then I will not, but take advantage of TripAdvisor. Okay. Let's see what else I got here. Okay, I send a traveler feedback form and I put on it asking for reviews. So let me pull it up. I do have a copy of my form on that link I just put in here. Also, if a client ever, like, I'll get texts from clients who are away and will say, you know, send me photos and say, this is great or whatever. And I always say to them, can I use this for social media and website purposes? So I have photos on my website. So this is my form, but in my form, I put the reviews right here. So that the link, so that way they just have to click on the link and they're able to write a review. I've gotten so many people lately from Google and from Facebook, and I also get some from Travel Leaders. So for Travel Leaders, how you have to do that one, I'll go to that real quick, is you go into Agent Universe. When you go here, you're going to go down to Agent Profiler right here on the right. You're going to have to fill all this stuff out, and then it will say unpublished 100% complete. Reach out to Jose at Archer and ask him to publish it for you. When you go here, you go to my profile, my reviews. It'll show you right here the link. So you click on here, and that's a link you copy and paste for them to review you. So then where it helps is, and I don't know why anybody looks for Travel Leaders or find a travel agent unless they say find a travel agent, and this just pops up maybe for them. So Travel Leaders, and you want to go and find, just say Westchester. I don't know if that worked. Search. So there I am right there. So Jill Turner's been in the business much longer. And by the way, that's the name of my husband's ex-fiance, but it's not her. And so that there you go. So people can, it says what my specialties are, things like that. You can do it. And it has 18 reviews and 100% recommended. So that's another way to do reviews. Okay. And so when the client sends photos, I want to show you this too on my website. Now, I know you can't do this with the Evo, or maybe you can, but I don't know if you can do it with the Evo website, if you can change photos. But like, these are my photos. So little by little, I'm having him add some of my photos. And this my client sent me, such a cool photo. I love it. That my client sent me, that I took, that my client sent me. So I do some, I think I did this one. I think that's mine, but I could be wrong. So I did some of my photos. I also put a post out to, I guess about a year ago, saying I'm working on my, I did that one, working on my website. Does anybody have any vacation photos that they would allow me to use? So I got some photos from people who have traveled as well. So You can use that kind of stuff. Be consistent with booking and building and booking. Guys, I can't say it enough. I mean, if you're not consistent, you have to be consistent with this, especially with social media. The more consistent you are, the more people will see you. And I'm not saying put it on your personal and spam people. I'm saying be consistent with mock bookings, with team building, all of that. Write out goals. So for me, I knew that I wanted so many bookings per month at a certain time. Now I knew I had to build up to that. So my goal was 5 bookings a month. And then it was a certain dollar amount per month that I booked. So give yourself some goals, especially if you first start. Don't expect you to hit everything right away. For me, my goal at first was in 6 months. That changed because I started right before COVID hit. But write out goals, and that way write out what financial point you want to get to, but be realistic. Like, don't push yourself, be realistic. So my goal, honestly, January, I booked over 160,000. This month, I think I'm at 50 some thousand, but my goal is $25,000 a month in bookings. Anything extra is great, but I want that 25,000, and I don't want to kill myself for it. So I know I can comfortably do 25,000, and then anything above that is extra. So tell friends if they ever need to book hotels. So I do not ask friends and family to book with me, but what I do say to them, sometimes somebody will say to me, well, yeah, I can do a hotel, but I can do that on my own. And I say, well, if you don't mind, let me know your dates in the hotel, and I'll see if I can get it for the same price or cheaper. And if I can book it, sometimes what I'll do is throw them a little bit of my commission back. Or if I can find it cheaper for them. Like I have a friend who travels all over. She books with Marriott. I ended up getting her a deal and saving, I think, them $500. And she's like, I don't know why I haven't used you just for hotels only before. So tell your friends, just say, if you want, make it very not, you have to, but if you want it. And the last thing I want to go over is, a lot of people have this question. Let me share my screen. So everybody knows that that TAP only pays 50% commissions. And so I'll show you 2 things with TAP. I like TAP personally. I look at room res. I just booked room res the other day for Live Aqua Punta Cana. It was a great rate. But a lot of times I'll look at room res, and then if they are not cheaper, I will look at TAP. And I booked a lot on TAP, knowing it's only 50%. I only do hotels only, or possible airport transfers or cars. I don't do packages ever on TAP. So, but I always put in package rate because it saves an average of 20% with the package rates. So when you're on TAP, a lot of people ask, how do I find my commissions? If it's a hotel only, actually, let me do that first. Oops, I guess it might help if I put somewhere. So if it's a hotel only, you can find your commissions. If it is a package, you don't find your commissions until afterwards. So like you can see this is a premium. You want to do a premium or a premium plus because you want better commissions. So a premium gives you 11%. Premium plus gives you 13%. So let's just do the Warwick. How you find your commissions on a hotel only is by going here, I think. Yep, and it tells you. So $23.96 would be the commissions, of which you would get 50%. Archer would get the other 50. But if you ever want to know what were the commissions on a package that you already booked, or anything they've already booked, you scroll down, you go to your performance snapshot, you're going to do the view booking and hit search. You can display it by changing the transaction date, whatever you do. So that one that I just did, oh, I didn't do that. I don't know what to, oh, this one is for my daughter, actually. So I did this, I'll make 50% of that. So that's where you find it. Okay. All right, so that is it. So curious, from people who've been on here before, did you learn anything new or no? Is it same old, same old? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I will, oh, and Esther, I know I still have to get back to you. I got your message about your dates. I'll let you know some places to go. Okay. So let me just go and look at some questions. Oh, will I share my list for today? Is that what you're saying, Lori, as far as what I'm doing today? I don't know if that's my list for today. Oh, it's blurry, but it's basically new agent surveys, LinkedIn ad, respond to contact forms. I did 2 quotes already this morning, a confirmation I have to do, some tax stuff. So it's all different. It's all over the place. Oh, Alicia, you are going to Jamaica on Friday. Where are you staying?
I haven't booked yet. My husband just surprised me that we're going because my birthday's on Sunday.
Yeah, I didn't think you were coming that quickly. Oh, so I'm staying at Jewel Grand. If you go to Jewel Grand, I'll see you.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm also going up to Ocho Rios to look at 5 resorts. So let me know where he books.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So those tips, I did do that, all-inclusive tips. It's in that Google Doc. Private transfers, is that where someone waits with a sign with their name on it? Yes, it's usually a sign, but sometimes it will actually say sometimes that they have to call once they get there. It depends, but most of the times it's private transfers. Okay, that is a Q&A question about Ecuador. Yes, Travify has a cost to it. I do have a referral link on my spreadsheet that I gave out with the links. It will save you 10% off the first 6 months if you pay monthly, or 10% off the first year if you pay annual. And right now, I think it's still $39 a month, but if you pay annually, it comes out to $31 a month. Okay, where do I go for Google, for my Google review? I got to remember it. So I think it's in Google My Business. I think this is where I went. Sign in. Okay. Oh, they've changed it around on me. Google My Business. I want to find. I don't remember where it is. It was under Google My Business. There was a review. Anybody know while I'm doing this? They can unmute.
Yeah, if you go to, like, if you just Google your business name and don't log in and then click leave a review, it should be that link.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll let you if you're logged in is what you
Okay,
use.
gotcha. Oh, get more reviews right here. Get more reviews. And there's my review link. Okay.
Hey, Jodi, this is Esther.
Hey,
In
Esther.
regards to that Google review, so what I've noticed lately is if I send that out to somebody, I usually, send it to their phone, right? So they can just click on it. But it'll take the most recent picture that somebody has uploaded to my Google Photos. Does anybody know how to, because I want it to send my logo, because I have my little logo. And I didn't know if anybody has experienced that.
I do not know.
Okay.
I do not know. I'm sorry. I have not had that issue either, so I don't know.
Okay.
Did you Google it?
Good answer, Rebecca. Good answer.
Google's always a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I have tried and I just have not been able to find the answer. So, but I can keep Googling. Surely someone has experienced it too.
Ask in the Discord chat and see if anybody knows.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Lori said for any newbies, she attempted to sign up for Waves. You have to have a booking in VAX. Oh, okay. I did not know that. You have to have a booking in VAX before they'll let you sign up for Waves. And I wonder if that's new because I know they just changed the program around some. So Okay. All right. Do I have a list of all of the extras? No, I don't, Joanne. I don't have a list. What I do, well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, what I do is I start a Google spreadsheet. And so if I do my logins, so I have my passwords and all that kind of stuff, which I can't really share, but, and I just, as soon as like I heard on something like a Q&A or something, I will join something and then put on my spreadsheet, but I don't really have, like, I don't have spoiled agents on there. I don't have everything. Yes, this will be on Discord. Okay, Ashley, that's going to be for a Q&A question. So website, I did not do it myself, Lori. I tried to do a website myself on Google site, and I believe a 2-year-old could have done better. So I pay somebody to do my website. I'm thrilled with him, but it is a fee. He is also on my links as well. But for me personally, it's worth every penny, but other people might want to do it themselves. And also, if you have Travify, it has a website builder there. What's the third link on my travel review form? I don't know. What is my third link on my vacation quote request form? If so, that's my vacation quote request form that I do through Travify, but I used to do one through Google, and so that's why I have both listed. Okay, Liz said for waves, you can email cs.waves at, is it summitmg.com to get access once you have a booking?
Yeah, I literally just did it while we were on this call. They sent me
Okay.
like a specific registration link after I emailed that email.
Okay, perfect. Joanne is not in our Discord, so she is a special guest here.
What email do you send that to for the waves?
It's in here. It's cs.waves@summitmg.com. Rebecca uses wix.com. Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
was, that was directly to Lori because she,
Yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah.
space, Squarespace and Wix are very similar.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording. So thank you guys all so much for joining today. I hope you learned something.